I think. A new classic children's tale. Written by Angie and John Campa. Original story by Angie Gordon. Illustrations by Johnathan Mark. Narration and music by John Campa. Our story begins on a not-so-hot summer's night. Angela was in her room, looking out an open window. A cool breeze was in the air. The moon was full, and all the stars were out. It was so nice. She just had to go out for a walk. While on her walk, she noticed that the sky was beginning to get brighter, a lot brighter. She lifted her head towards the glare in the sky above to try and get a look at what could light up the night in this way. To her surprise, she sees something special. Something so special. It was almost magical. She saw a pink star. The star was the most beautiful sight she had ever seen. But pink? No way, she thought. She rubbed her eyes, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And yet the star was still there, and still pink. This is so special, she thought. It must be just for me. So she stretched her arms up into the sky to try and get a hold of the pink star. She stretched and stretched and stretched some more until she could touch the pink star. So she took the star from the sky and quickly hid it in her dress pocket. This way no one else could see the wonderful treasure she had found. But she was in for another surprise. The star was shining as bright as ever. It was shining so bright that it shone right through her dress pocket. So she took the star from out of her pocket and slipped it into one of her shoes. What better place to hide something, she thought to herself, than in one's own shoe. Yet, to her continued amazement, the star still shined. It shined as bright as ever before. Even more, not even her shoe could keep the beautiful rays of starlight from going right through it. She thought, what am I going to do with this now? How am I going to keep it from being seen? I know what will work, she said. I just have to put the star in my mouth. Thinking this was a wonderful idea, she did just that very thing. Well, Angela's idea did not work out like she thought it would. With the star in her mouth, she found out that she could not talk. And how was she going to have her bedtime snack later on? So she took it from her mouth and placed it behind one of the bows in her hair. Now the star began to shine its brightest. The star had shone so bright that it turned her head just as pink as it was. Pink hair? I can't have pink hair, she cried out as she took the star from behind her bow and held it in between her two hands. Am I pink? She said aloud. My hair is pink. My bows are pink. My dress is pink. My shoes are pink. My face, hands, and legs are pink. Yes, she says, I must be pink. Well, I definitely can't go home now that I'm all pink, she said to herself, even if it is a very pretty pink. So she began to think long and hard about all the places she could hide her star and about how to get herself back to normal. She thought and thought. For quite some time she just sat there deep in thought. And that's when she realized something that she had forgotten to do. In her rush to hide the pink star, she had never stopped and taken the time to get a good look at it. So she slowly opened up her hands to look at her pink star. Oh no, she cried. My star is shrinking. Yes, in the time it took her to finally look at the pink star, it had stopped shining and was now beginning to get smaller. The star had now gotten so small it could no longer shine at all, and Angela was back to being all the colors that she should be. I'm sorry, she said as she gently looked upon the tiny star. I guess you were not mine to take from the sky after all. So, with just as much effort as before, she reaches back up towards the sky. She stretches and stretches, and the higher she goes, the brighter the star gets. So, with the star happily back where it belongs, Angela skips her way home under the watchful eye of her new pink friend. The end.